Hi, I'm Samantha. My AMPID is 4.15,
And I'm Danica, and my AMPID is 4.6.
and we're going to be talking about the structure of a typical long bone. Today I'm going to be talking about the external anatomy of a typical long bone that contains two main sections, which is the diaphysis is the middle portion of the bone that contains yellow bone marrow and compact bone, and the epiphysis is the ends of the bone which contain both compact and spongy bone and have red bone marrow, and the epiphysis contains hyaline cartilage that forms as a shock absorber for underlining bone, and the exterior portion of the bone is the periosteum membrane, and the outer periosteum membrane is dense irregular connective tissue with collagen fibers and fiber nuclei, and the interior periosteum contains osteoclasts that break down bone and osteoblasts that build up bone, and the periosteum contains nutrient forms that are openings that allow lymphatic vessels and blood vessels, and also nerve fibers to pass through and provide nutrients to the entire bone.
So I'm going to be talking about the internal anatomy of a typical long bone. So first, there in the epiphysis and the diaphysis, there's this blue portion right here, which is compact bone, and it is made up of osseous tissue, and it allows for nutrients to pass through. It's also a column-like structure, and right here, this portion is the spongy bone, and it is a honeycomb-like structure that also allows nutrients to pass through. And then right underneath that right here is the epiphyseal line, and it is made up of hyaline cartilage that allows for lengthening of the bone over time. And during childhood, it is known as the epiphyseal plate, but as you grow older and it becomes an adult long bone, it turns into the epiphyseal line. And then right underneath that, this orange portion is the endosteum, and the endosteum is the lining of the compact bone, and is made up of osteoblasts and osteoclasts, and the portion in between that is the medullary cavity, and the medullary cavity consists of the yellow bone marrow, which is right here, and it is made up of fat. And then lastly, there is the perforated Sharpey's fibers, which secures the periosteum to the compact bone.